You go, bro? I bet.
Incels. Yeah, I'm skipping the foreplay and getting right to the nut. I'm feeling like Christopher Columbus because I just made a groundbreaking discovery. For the past few weeks, I've just been talking about alpha males, so I think it's time we go to the opposite side of the spectrum. Austin and Fearless may have been absolute who treat women like who don't deserve rights, but at least they were getting some. The guy who we're gonna be talking about today, he's different. Special, really. Some might even say he's one of a kind. He treats women just like them, by the way. Do not get that part twisted. The difference is he gets absolutely no bitches. He's maidenless. I think I've edged you guys enough though. It's time I introduce you to my victim of the week. But before I do, please brace yourselves because oh my god! My eyes! My eyes! Yeah, that's him right there. His name is the Wrestling Otaku, and he has some of the worst takes on women you will ever hear in your life.
Women of this era, here in 2024, still, to this day, ain't worth nothing.
But before we go any farther, I want to show you guys a video that perfectly sums up this guy's whole women-hating I'm not the villain, they are mindset in a singular 1-minute clip. In this video, this fat lump of tard is sitting on the floor eating what seems to be a McDonald's cheeseburger. And as an ex-McDonald's employee, I can say with great confidence that this fat fuck, he's got some good taste. That $1 chum bucket meat is gonna hit the spot every single time. All in all, he's eating good. Eating is a bit of an understatement though. He's sitting there smacking his lips, chewing with his mouth wide open. There are literally crumbs on his face right next to his triple chin. And while he's swallowing that burger whole, you can hear the sounds of a woman who seems to be walking by. And this is his reaction when she doesn't want to interact with him.
See what I mean about women? Freaking walked right by me, didn't even look or nothing, didn't even say hi or nothing. They just walk right by, won't even look at your ass, and won't even say hi, how you doing or nothing. Not that you have to, but I'm just saying that's just their attitude. Fucking bitchy, absolutely bitchy.
Boy, this absolute fat sack of shit. Look at him! He's sitting up against that wall looking like a Snorlax blocking the path. She probably had to walk around his fat ass to get by. And by around, I mean taking a 15-minute detour. And as if that wasn't exhausting enough, then the poor girl had to witness him inhale those burgers like prime Kirby. To add on top of that, you have all that shit on your already repulsive face. And you have the gall to call her a bitch because she didn't interact with you?
Absolutely bitchy.
My brother in Christ, if she looked at you directly, she would have killed herself! She would have taken her own life right then and there, and I wouldn't blame her one bit because I do the exact same thing. To have the audacity to blame women for not wanting you when you look, behave, and carry yourself like this is what I like to call absolute insanity. This is the greatest form of delusion for the niggas who get no bitches. A cataclysmic amount of copium is required for this. This man has no self-awareness whatsoever. Nothing is ever his fault.
You see what I mean about women?
And even if you can't control your face because that's the hand God dealt you, look at how you behave and carry yourself. You are a slob. At first I was wondering why he was eating on the ground, but then I realized this most likely because no chair in this galaxy can handle the sheer amount of mass he lugs around every day. Every time he sits down, seismic plates shift and the reverberations are felt across the globe. Don't believe me? Explain this then. Let me calm down, okay? I'm sorry. This guy just disgusts me. Like, how are you ugly and have a terrible personality? Pick a struggle, bro! Okay, now that I've got that out of my system, let's carry on. If it isn't abundantly clear by now, this guy struggles just a little bit with the ladies. Not only does he have negative aura, he's also a massive pervert. This guy is on his hands and knees, praying and stroking his cock to WWE videos.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love that ass.
It's actually concerning how in depth he goes in this video. He's truly into this.
Damn, that bitch fine. Good. Google and look at that hot ass. Oh, yes. Slap that ass, baby. Oh, yeah, I love it. Got such a great ass, dude.
Then he proceeds to threaten one of the WWE girls.
So, Chris Statlander, I come to you honorably and humbly in the hopes that you will allow me the honor of having you sit on my face.
Is that a threat? Do I need to get the authorities involved? Because I think her life is in genuine danger now.
I beg of you, please, sit on my face.
I have the FBI, Navy SEAL, SWAT team, and Team Rocket all on standby. Don't make me use them, buddy. Take that shit back. He also may or may not be a
A couple people have already said this. including me, she does not look or sound 17. And even if she was, it doesn't matter.
Make it stop! I'm okay. I don't like having age of consent conversations with people who like to bring up the exact laws.
Because A, once again, in Australia and in the state of Maryland, the legal consent age is 16.
Because that means the only thing stopping them is writing on a piece of paper.
Thing where you are flirting Aquawoman. You know she's 17, right? Okay, and?
I don't need to be told that killing is illegal for me to know that murdering someone is wrong. I have morals. He specified the exact state he's in and the age of consent laws there.
And in the state of Maryland, the legal consent age is 16.
The only thing stopping him from getting with a 15-year-old is the state of Maryland. So let's say, for example, he was in Nigeria where the age of consent was 11 years old. He would feel completely fine doing whatever he needed to do with that child. Because he doesn't care about right or wrong. He just looks at what's on that piece of paper and tries to get as close as legally possible. Lock this nigga up! And by the way, I had to look it up on a private browser so that Google didn't think I like kids. But don't let that itty bitty tiny whiny mistake fool you though. This man fucks grown women, not minors. I hope.
So if you're wondering what I'm doing here in this unfamiliar building, in this unfamiliar apartment, basically, in so many words, I am at a young lady's house.
You get him, Dagger!
Yes, you didn't think it was possible, did you? You didn't think old Wrestling Otaku could pull it off, did you?
No, the hell I did not! I got off of mine and think you hired a prostitute!
But yeah, so I met this woman, I met this chick yesterday. We hit it off, and hit it off, you know, better than I thought we would. So she invited me over to her place, and so here I am.
Hey! I told y'all he gets bitches! I told y'all! Hey, my boy got that aura. He's got that sexual charisma. His turnover rate is only 24 hours. He met her just yesterday, and she's already fiending to get her some of that Wrestling Otaku. I need it!
She's actually stepped out, but when she comes back, me and her are gonna get better acquainted. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I plan on laying it on her.
She's either down horrendous, like astronomically down bad, or she just made her stuff a quick $40. He even got that erotic music playing in the background, because you already know what he's about to do. Take up in your stomach, take up in your stomach, pull your hands, like your hand, you better not do no right.
And we're gonna be doing some adult stuff.
I think that means he's gonna have SEX.
Just letting you guys know in advance, the next time you see me, I'll be much more relaxed than I am right now.
Yeah, the next time we see him, he's gonna be real relaxed. It's Daniel going like he got tranquilized. At the beginning of the video, he had a feeling that we'd be wondering what he's doing at an unfamiliar location.
But if you're wondering what I'm doing here in this unfamiliar building, in this unfamiliar apartment.
But in reality, he just picked up his camera and turned 90 degrees to show us a different angle of his room. He's probably just in the same room recording a video telling us how he's over at a girl's house.
As you guys can see from the unfamiliar background, I'm not home. I'm actually at a girl's house. And we're gonna do some adult stuff. You're gonna do what? With who? Can you stop twerking? We're not fucking.
This guy hates a lot of things. Look at him. He's miserable. But there are two things in particular that stand out from the rest. The first one is being called an incel, because as we just learned, that's just not true. This guy fucks.
I've had women before. I've had pussy before. So how am I an incel? An incel that's had women before? That's had sex before? That's had pussy before? Sounds like an oxymoron to me.
And number two is being compared to Andrew Tate. I might have to start censoring my video because he gets a little bit passionate in this one.
I keep hearing this dude's name all over the place, and there are certain people who have even compared me to this individual, and that is this fucking Andrew Tate guy. Who the fuck is Andrew Tate? Who the fuck is Andrew Tate, and why should I care? And why am I like him? Just some faggot boxer from the UK. That's all he is. Some faggot boxer from the UK who's got a big mouth. I don't know this clown, some UK faggot boxer. That's all he is. But then they want to throw labels on me. Oh, sexist, misogynist. I'm homophobic because I call somebody a fag. Well, that's what they are. I'm a million times better than some fag UK boxer. I'm a million times better than whoever that is. There's a reason why this guy's in jail and I'm not.
You know she's 17, right? Okay, and?
You what? All right, bro, we get it. You don't like being compared to the top G. God damn. I get not liking being compared to someone, but what did he do to you?
What did he do to make them niggas that mad?
And I don't know if that message was directed towards Andrew Tate or gay people. More of the story is, he hates them both equally. There is one thing he loves though, and that's yapping. He might just be the world's first certified yapper, because the term was coined in the 17th century, and he looks like a product of some terrible inbreeding from that era. In almost every video he makes, he goes on a 2 to 5 minute tangent on the most random and irrelevant shit ever. And the worst of them come from this video right here, where he goes on a 16-minute and 30-second yap sesh about absolute fuck all. I can't even tell you what that video is about, because it's kind of hard to pay attention when someone's talking with all that shit all over their fucking lip. Wipe your mouth before you talk to me, buddy. Let's move on to some of his takes on women. The first one that makes perfect sense for someone like him to say is that anime women are better than real life women.
I personally believe that anime women are, as a whole, just better than real life women.
Now, aside from the obvious fact that they're simply designed better.
Now, outside of the obvious superficial aspects, the aesthetics, the look, the appearance, and all that, you know, there are some good looking, you know, anime women out there.
The main point he makes for his case here is that anime women are ideal because they're just perfect and real girls aren't. And the example he uses here is an anime girl who was forced to love an anime protagonist because he wished for it, and she had no choice but to grant it and become his slave. Yeah.
She grants him one wish or one thing that he would like to have, and he basically wishes for her to stay with him forever, and she ends up doing it.
His ideal woman might be a slave. And to top things off, as if all that wasn't enough to repel every woman in this multiverse, he decided to bless us with his version of the 10 Commandments. His list of requirements for any woman to date him. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, no. Whoa, no, not gentlemen.
And yes, this is for women only. I'm not dead. I'm not no fruitcake. I don't swing in the other way. There's no sausage party over here, okay?
But I don't know if I'm buying it. The way he's moving his hat in this video, he might just swing both ways.
This is strictly for women only.
Oh, nigga, you gay?
But yes, you heard that right, ladies. If any of y'all are interested, now's your chance. This is the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to date a man of this caliber. So don't waste it. Get your resumes ready. We're gonna go through this list together, and by the end of it, I want you to tell me if you have what it takes to date this king. This black king.
Oh, I'm racist, even though I'm half black, dumbass.
Now, as per usual, the king of Yap strikes again. This video is 22 minutes long, and he spends the first third of that blubbering about absolutely nothing.
Oh my god, he can't get with 50.
But this time around, it wasn't even that bad.
That's why you got so many feminist movements out here. All these fem-Nazis and all this kind of shit.
He was actually pretty chill.
Don't force your gayness onto me, because I ain't having it.
Yeah, no hate speech whatsoever.
I don't have a problem if somebody identifies as homosexual or gay if you're a man and you like another man. That's your preference, that's your choice, whatever have you. And it is a choice. It is a preference. Get the fuck out of here with this, oh, you know, you're born that way or they're born that way. Bullshit. Bullshit, you're born that way.
Anyways, it's time to find our 34-year-old bachelor a mate. To start this list, our humble king shows us once again that he truly is too kind.
First off, very important, you must be moderately attractive.
A man of his prestige could get with any woman he wants, but he chooses to set his bar for appearances so low because deep down he knows that looks aren't everything. So if you look like Rihanna, Ice Spice, Ruby Rose, Kylie Jenner, or Megan Fox, I'm sorry, but this is the end of the journey for you. Fuck off. He's not here for how you look. He craves what's underneath, and he knows that mid girls have the best personality. So if you're sexy, again, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so next, you must be independent. Must make your own money, must have your own job, have your own income, because I'm not taking care of you. I'm not providing for you. I'm not your daddy.
Although he wants to be your husband, he's not your father. He's not here to take care of you. If you want to be with him, not only do you have to be independent, but you have to make enough to take care of yourself. Because he's not going to take care of you just because you're with him. He's your husband and an alpha. He's not no simp. Matter of fact, you have to make enough to take care of you and him, because he's not doing that well financially right now.
Marriage is fucking expensive as fuck, and you know, it's just one of those things, you know, I don't really need to entertain that idea right now, especially where I am right now financially.
It won't be like this forever though. He just after a few $100,000 in a crypto scam. But Reddit said it's gonna go to the moon soon, so he's gonna be rich again in no time. Him, not you. Take care of yourself, you fucking leech. The next two go hand in hand. Number 3 is that you must know how to cook. And not only that, but you must be willing to cook for him at all times.
A woman must know how to cook and be willing to cook at all times.
Once one of you lucky ladies enter his life, you must be ready to turn into Gordon Ramsay whenever you're not out eating McDonald's.
Now, I prefer eat out stuff anyway.
Number 4 is to just be tidy.
Must be cleanly, must be tidy, and you must clean up after yourself.
This one is nothing major. Just take care of yourself and the king will be content. Now that we filtered out most of the riffraff, let's get to the real requirements. Number 5. you must be friendly at all times.
A woman must be courteous and must be friendly at all times, okay? I don't want a woman with no fucking attitude. I don't like women who are just bitchy for the sake of being bitchy.
You heard the man. He's looking for a wife, not an unstable bitch with an attitude. And if you're caught so much as frowning, you will be punished with 1,000 lashes.
I don't care if it's that time of the month.
I don't care if your dog died. I don't care if your parents died. If you're not smiling when he walks through that front door, you're gonna be joining them. Number 6, you must be willing and ready to give him sex anytime he pleases. No ifs, ands, or buts.
A woman must be willing and ready to give me sex anytime I want it.
I don't want to hear anything about consent. When he speaks, you listen. When he asks for sex, you give him the sex.
Again, I don't want you to give me no attitude or none of that shit, or oh, I don't feel like it. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
And if you think that's too much, then leave. He doesn't need you. He has plenty of suitors.
Because I've actually had relationships where I've had females tell me that they will give me sex anytime I wanted it.
Again, this is not a suggestion. This is not a proposition. It is a requirement.
That's something that I expect. I fully expect you to be ready to give it up at any time.
If you want to be his wife, then your body no longer belongs to you. It's property of the wrestling otaku now. And last but not least, number 7, you must address him as master.
Whenever we're by ourselves, wherever we're alone, at home, or in private, you must call me master at all times.
Anytime you cross his path, anytime you are in conversation with him, or anytime he even crosses your mind, you mustn't use his name, because his name to you is master.
That would be so great. It's a little kink that I have.
The king has his vices, and you will satisfy them. Nothing on this list is negotiable. If you want to be with his majesty, you must meet all the requirements down to the T. There is no room for the vermin. Now that we have all the requirements, let's put them into our generator to see what his perfect bride looks like.
Who's that Pokemon?
Jesus Christ, is that a slave?